Hello everyone. Welcome to Daily English Practice. Learn English through short stories. A tiny girl is born. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a kind woman who had everything she needed, except a child. She often watched the other children play and wished she had a little one of her own. One day, she visited a kind old witch who lived deep in the forest. "Please," the woman begged, "can you help me have a child?" The witch smiled and handed her a tiny seed. "Plant this in a flower pot, water it, and wait. You shall see a miracle." The woman thanked the witch and hurried home. She planted the seed in a beautiful clay pot and cared for it every day. Soon, a lovely tulip bloomed. But this was no ordinary flower. When the petals opened, inside sat the tiniest girl the woman had ever seen. She was no bigger than a thumb. "Oh, you are so small and delicate. I shall call you Thumbelina," the woman said with joy. Thumbelina was a cheerful little girl. She slept in a polished walnut shell, floated on a tulip petal in a bowl of water, and sang sweet songs that made her mother smile. But one night, something terrible happened. Thumbelina is taken away. As Thumbelina slept peacefully in her walnut shell bed, an old toad hopped through the window. She had big, bulging eyes and a wide, slimy mouth. "What a lovely little girl! She will make a perfect wife for my son," croaked the toad. She picked up the walnut shell and hopped back to the river, carrying Thumbelina away. When Thumbelina woke up, she found herself on a lily pad in the middle of the river. The old toad and her ugly son sat nearby, grinning at her. "You will marry my son," the toad announced. "He is strong and a good swimmer." Thumbelina burst into tears. "Please, let me go," she pleaded, but the toads only laughed. Luckily, the fish in the river had been listening. They did not want the kind little girl to live with the toads. Quietly, they nibbled at the stem of the lily pad until, snap! The lily pad broke free and drifted down the river, carrying Thumbelina far away from the toads. The kind May bug. Thumbelina floated down the river, grateful to be free but frightened of what lay ahead. Just then, a large May bug flew down and scooped her up. "You are very pretty," he said, carrying her to a tall tree where his friends lived. The other May bugs gathered around and examined Thumbelina closely. But instead of admiring her, they frowned. "She has only 2 legs," one of them said. "She looks nothing like us," another added. The May bug who had rescued her hesitated. "Perhaps she is too different," he mumbled and left Thumbelina alone on the tree. Once again, Thumbelina felt lost and abandoned. She climbed down the tree and wandered through the forest, looking for a safe place to stay. Harsh winter. The warm summer days passed, and soon the air turned cold. The trees lost their leaves, and food became scarce. Thumbelina struggled to survive in the vast, harsh world. One day, as she shivered in the cold, she found a tiny hole in the ground. She peeked inside and saw a kind field mouse sitting by a warm fire. "Oh, you poor thing," said the field mouse. "Come inside, warm yourself, and have some food." Thumbelina was grateful and soon became the field mouse's helper. She swept the floors, cooked meals, and told stories in the evenings. One day, the field mouse had a visitor, a rich, blind mole who lived underground. "This is Thumbelina," the field mouse introduced her. The mole nodded. "She sings beautifully. I think she should live with me underground." Thumbelina did not like the idea. The mole's tunnels were dark and gloomy, and she loved the warmth of the sun. But the field mouse thought it was a wonderful idea. "You will be well cared for," the field mouse insisted. "You must marry the mole." Thumbelina felt trapped. She did not want to marry the mole, but she had nowhere else to go. The swallow's rescue. One day, as she walked through the mole's dark tunnels, she found a little swallow lying in the dirt. He was still alive but very weak. "Oh, you poor bird!" Thumbelina cried. She gently covered him with a blanket and brought him food every day. Slowly, the swallow regained his strength. When spring came, the swallow was ready to fly again. "Come with me, Thumbelina," he said. "I will take you far away from this dark place." But the field mouse scolded her. "Stay here. The mole is rich, and he will take care of you." Thumbelina was torn, but deep in her heart, she longed for the open sky. As the swallow spread his wings, she climbed onto his back, and together they soared into the sky. A new home. Thumbelina and the swallow flew over forests, rivers, and hills. Finally, they reached a land full of flowers, where the air was warm and sweet. The swallow gently placed her on a beautiful white blossom. "This will be your new home," he said. Thumbelina looked around and gasped. Inside the flower stood the tiniest, most beautiful little man she had ever seen. He had delicate wings and a golden crown. "Welcome," he said kindly. "I am the king of the flower fairies. Will you stay here and be my queen?" Thumbelina felt a joy she had never known before. She nodded happily. The king gave her a pair of shimmering wings so she could fly, just like the other fairies. Thumbelina and the fairy king ruled their kingdom with kindness, and she never felt lonely again. As for the swallow, he flew back to the forest, carrying the story of Thumbelina far and wide. And so, Thumbelina, the tiny girl with a big heart, finally found her true home, among the flowers, in the warm embrace of love and freedom. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to the channel for interesting stories.